the thing is, you've not even got a back four. You're against an absolute sweat.
Oh no, well I've just messed up really badly. Oi! Red card! Red card! Yes! Oh, is he gonna quit though? GC's 1-0 down in 3 minutes. Oi, Tom! Hi. You took my dead ball player as well. I'm sorry. If it makes you feel any better, I think Bruno scored 3 on debut. That hasn't made me feel better. What are we saying? Can Chris Wood take a free kick? Have a look, lads. Oh my God, Chris Wood! All this man's doing is holding this Wood. Sorry, that's a red card. Sure, it's a PG channel. Bro, I'm just scoring. Mate, I'm... Chris Wood, you are crazy, yeah? You are crazy, big dog. There we go, there's one. Bosh, come on. Come
You are him.
on.
You are the man. You are the man. You are the man. You are the man. You are the man.
Little double tap triangle. Has he actually brought that back? He went 1-0 down in 3 minutes against a really good team.
Unlucky. Games. Yeah.
I was going to say...
That's yum yum in that little tum tum, isn't it? Yum 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 yum.
That's arguably the weirdest thing I've done today.
Good half.
Oh.
Good half. We got done by the game. You scored 2 beautiful goals. Remember that.
I do. To be fair, I went 2-0 down straight away. So I got my head back in the game there.
Oh my God!
Hey, come on! What a goal!
But he has never done that.
Cobra, what are you doing, George? Oh my God! You should have seen that goal. I saw it.
Yeah, they did.
We did. We're both watching. Just stop.
We just need someone to expose his defending though. He's actually defending himself there.
He's never defend like that. Oh, that's the George I know.
Okay.
That's the George I know.
And that's the 3-0 goal, lads. That's the 3-0 goal.
like that. Nice defending, George. Defense. 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 Give me a D.
Ref. Yes.
What is that?
Right.
Is it
He's
red?
off.
Look, this is where this guy thrives. He's got patience around here. Tom.
Yeah, wait. Surely not. Surely not! My God, he's missed. Go on. Dan James is quick. Go on. Dan James, you're rapid. Oh! Oh! Whoa! Shoot. Oh!
Good.
Oh my God. Oh,
Do you know what? Good half again.
Yeah.
Good performance again.
Whew. Good half again. He's struggling against 10 men. Where's the good half there?
Time waster. Time waster.
Oh, not like that. He's done it as well.
It's close. It's close. It's close.
One
It's
touch
coming.
inside and he's there.
Keep getting in that right centre mid position, and if there's one available, just through.
Unit.
All his players are.
Yeah.
Grafi.
Don't do that. Not. Oh, he's cooking.
No, he's gonna get him, Tom. He's got him.
Oh my God. Jesus. Jules, if I was you, I'd just press shoot, mate. Jules, surely not. Cobra, not like that, Kingy. You wouldn't do it. You wouldn't do it to Harry like that, would you? No, surely not. George.
Use this time for some target practice. Real things coming soon.
I'm hit! J'ai survécu.
Changing max! Play Gas is closing on your position. Just you hightail it out of there.
Reloading!
Hunt down the enemy.
Taking effective fire! Moving here! I'm getting stitched up! Changing mags! Get down! Enemy sniper! They tagged me! Besoin de soins!
Enemy precision airstrike. Find
Why
cover.
the fuck am I being targeted?
Squad mates in the gulag. They'll fight for a shot.
Genuinely, why am I being targeted so much now?
Gulag is your last chance. Fight to earn redeployment.
Okay. Now.
Concentrate on
I'm
Gulag.
pissed off. Yeah,
So,
you come back. You are with Gulag. Okay, we are together. Where are you from, my friend?
Lithuania.
Ukraine? Nice.
Yeah.
I'm from Israel. We love
Oh,
Ukraine.
Nice. What?
I love Ukraine. You're fighting in Russian right now. Fuck Russia.
No, Lithuania, not Ukraine. And I love Russia. I don't hate Ukraine, but
Wait.
I don't like.
Let's have
Middle,
ourselves a fight.
middle.
Be ready.
Left,
You're
your
next.
No, it's come back to middle. Aye. I'm trying to.
Yeah, you can do it. You can do it.
So where are you from again?
Lithuania,
Earn redeployment or die
Where is
trying.
Lithuania?
beside Latvia.
Ah, Latvia.
Beside Latvia.
Yeah.
Latvia.
Ah, yeah.
Again, we play again. Radio.
Stand levels! Switching mags!
Be advised, your squad is down. It's up to you now.
There's so much blockbuster entertainment on Paramount Plus, it's unskippable. Nope. There's gangsters, gladiators. So I'm not going to tell you what to do, but stream a mountain of entertainment from $4.99 a month on Paramount Plus.
Hey, guess what? I just got my...
And a little smile on Snappy's face for the man who was raging a lot at the start of this.
Yeah.
Feeling a little tense with how, you know, they give up every now and again these rough-looking rounds in games that always feel close. There were some frustrations, but he is very, very happy with how his squad have been able to deliver on the remainder of this half. Not many missteps for NIP. Where have I seen this one before?
Double Ivy push again. Nip just running the same pistols. This leaves you really late when it comes in B, though. Pretty sure Spirit won this round when they just came out B like this. Okay, so one flanking. Arostos comes back, but the whole map is quiet. We all know where this is going. Or do we? Pop or B? Aurora clear both. Nip gets set up into the site, committed. Ouch.
Clean entry for Jota. Only 2 players left in the site for NIP, but they'll hold on. Shush just can't set a foot wrong. Finally overextends, and it's Madja to collect. Where did that come from? The captain turns heads. Can Nips do the same? Down the ramp, in with a chance, but Woxic decapitates him, and Aurora pull up with a pistol, hand delivered by Madja. Crazy quick 3K. That round falls through Nip's fingers before they even realize what's happening.
All right, I still think, I'm going to say it, there's no excuse to lose this game, Nip. They absolutely have to close it, right? They've got to bring us to a third. Pistol round in the pocket of Aurora gives them a bit of momentum, but I'd love to see a force from Nip. And there they go. Can they stick the landing? Ujux with a CZ75. It's been a while. Welcome back, old friend. Let's see how it fares. Mac 10 running at it. Probably exactly
horribly
fair.
if you were to get.
Yeah. Oh, he saw another. Hello. Wrinkle pops around the corner with a double. Okay.
But on borrowed time, Jota will find him.
It's a good scrap for Nip, but feels like it may have run out. I say that. Shush is still alive. And at 21 and 6, you just can't put this guy down. Flank contained. Shush resets. He has time to win this one.
Conductors roaming the train, checking tickets. And Aurora trying to beat the fare. They don't want to have to pay. But will Shush make them? With the D, there's the backstab as Antares gets active, flanks on Shush, and lays him to rest.
That's why you don't sit still in the post plant, right? You always want to re-clear, you always want to find more info, check more timings. There are always timings available for flanks, for players to get into silly positions, so if you stay moving, stay ahead of the game. Scary round, but one that Aurora do convert, and Nip take an eco with some grenades.
Oh.
Shush.
Antares versus Shush. Stalemate.
after all.
Aurora really hoping that Nip force a play through on the low econ round just to give them an edge. They're holding this default still. They don't have a lot of info to go off of. You've seen one guy be. That doesn't tell you a whole lot, and so they'll start to explore a little bit through Pop with Jota probing. He's seen two.
Oh, Stars close is scary. It's only a USP though. Oh, and going B anyway. Shush from afar still takes one with him. He's just KPR God.
He gets so unlocked on this map, and oh my god, now they're going back in a snappy and Pop, but he can't quite find Wakadia. That's rough.
Should be fine now.
Aurora, though, stick the landing on this. Well navigated, they do good to dodge the stack twice over.
Don't tell me Wakadi's going to start having a late game activation. He got his eco kills. Had, again, another quiet map. He did an Anubis until the final few, where he stepped up big.
The whole story for Nip have been these close games that it feels like they should win, get away from them now. Look, we haven't seen the CT rifle yet, so not too worried, but it's on trend for pitfalls of this Nip team. I mean, we saw how, like, that one misplayed first rifle round on Anubis ended up costing them a string of rounds. If that happens here, Aurora right there, chomping at the bit to overtake you. And I mean, right now, Shush is playing phenomenally. Wrinkle has had some great moments too, but, like, the rest of the gang haven't really been super involved in the conversation. Ujax and Snappy have been serviceable, but Arastos has had a lot of swings and misses in this game. He had that one nice shot in Pop Dog, but that's the only thing that springs to mind.
Ah, there's that window smoke. Comes in, really constricts Aurora in this round. It's going to slow everything down. Can't take the B control. Pop taken, B ramp pressured.
Just gave the last of his util to Snappy, so I feel like he wants to take a peek here, wants to make a play, and that's because Arastos is ready to react. Snappy's also close by on ramp.
Oh,
Smoke deployed. Arastos sees a lot of bad guys. Snappy's going to be the first to move in. Farms a double, lives to tell the tale, but just caught getting down the ramp. That's all the util gone from B. 2 kills out of the captain.
It's a pretty good trade out for Nib. Look at the space they've got in this round. They still have 2B. Pop is the gap, but there's a big flank coming in main. So even by the time Aurora get into A, Wrinkle's going to be right behind them.
Wrinkle's going B on the flank.
Oh dear, that's a little late, but they can just play retake, right? Ujax doesn't need to commit here. If he can get out after one, they give it up.
They're walking up close. Okay, finally gets the spot. Cardia goes a little wider. They don't know about Madja in this very forward position, and they're going to try go back B, but that's where Wrinkle's decision to flank the B side has just saved Nip. Madja is in a powerful position, but Arastos doesn't think so. And with the game he's having, he's checking every corner. So
true.
Madja will get located. An important round for NIP to pick up, and in the fashion they do it, 4 alive at the end. That at least dodges the worry of this early reset in the second half.
Yeah, that's one of the set plays that Nib like to do, right? They're just the pop crunches. They have a lot of util behind this one, and they dedicate 4 players to that.
That's the first invoice to pay your global suppliers.
The shame for Aurora is I guess they felt they were so committed starting 5 upper B that they don't want to, go back. They don't want to ignore, the fact that they've been blocked out of this position. They want to fight, and it's not a nice fight with the amount of angles Nip are coming from. So we started that round on the back foot. Snappy, great double too. It's getting a bit desperate for Aurora, looking like they want to B-rush. Oh, saw him close. Surely not. Julie's armor. Snappy News committed either way. Couldn't get out. Now B execute is tantalizing, but there's two CTs here, Shush and Darostos.
Full blind still gets out with one, but that might not be enough. Shush, strength here, usually in his multi-kills, just ability to stay alive. Picked at the first hurdle, picked after the first man. Wakadia storms the board on for the ace. The saving grace of Aurora has another late activation from Wakadia, blesses this T side.
Yeah, what a hunt on that B bomb site. Aurora very aware of the positions Nip play on their.
I love y'all. I'm not gonna play the next console 3s. I'm with it. Me, you, and Jeffy? I'm not gonna lie, bro. Me, you, and Jeffy's tough. Me, you, Jeffy, me, you, Tilted. We just need an AR. Bro, what? We win that. Me, you, Jeffy. I would play Kill Best right now. You want too big? I ain't got shit going on, just these pit matches. These pits are getting boring. I do want to shoot my gun, I'm not gonna lie. I don't mind the gifted from these, though. I really don't mind the gifted. So if anybody wants to hop in next, get 5. To be fair, whenever my nah, nobody's next right now, Cracky. Whenever, wait, Cracky, did you lose or win? I forget. Are you good? I don't really know what numbers we could get.
From the bottom of my heart.
Cracky with a 5 bomb, hopping in the next spot. Absolutely. Oh my god. Yeah, thank God I stayed on. I was gonna get off a minute ago. Oh yeah, you did win. I remember. That was a funny match. That was a funny match. Yeah. I'm bugging. I ain't gonna lie, I like Cracky. He's funny as hell. Cracky, are you rich, my boy? I mean, to be fair, you're making money off of these. How much money did you make? Like 75? Forgot what I have on this. I don't think I really took money on. Yeah, I have like, it's like split. I just accepted a bunch to make Siders go. 42? Yeah, probably. Why are you up? It's a great question. So I'll run the last one with Cracky, and then we'll do a 42 and 2 quad. Hey, I'm down for that. We'll run a 40 and 2. Cracky's TikTok. Wait, are you known on TikTok? You got like followers? I want to make 25 each. Like after the 5 gifted. So you have 50 on it. Might as well go 24. Heck no.
Hey, Jack, when you leave the game after losing your gulag, can you send a reach out this time before you fuck off? Sick of you losing your gulag and disappearing, man. It hurts my feelings. You stick around for the reach out, man.
Need another you have one. Right, I've played this lad a few times. I know he just relies on me to die and then gets slow picks. So I'm just gonna try to stay alive. Up 3 anyway. Don't think he's got it in the locker. I really don't. Do not think this guy has them. Let's go. Fuck off me.
We're headed to the war zone. squad mate has entered the gulag. They'll need to survive to redeploy. Squad mate redeploying to the AO. You're the last of your squad. Finish this.
Also trying to keep my curtain shut so it doesn't get warm.
You didn't run anybody over? You didn't get a speeding ticket? Wait, Jeffy, why are you making that face? Jeffy, did you get a speeding ticket? Jeffy.
E is called internal pointer variable.
17:30, I'm like, hey, what's up, hello?
I love Monday.com.
What's Monday.com?
You don't know Monday.com? This is Monday.
Anubis ran out of tape on train.
Plans or try to find the planter. Wakati is going to trade him.
Quiet last map. A 4v4, as Richard said. Who's going to stand the test of time here? Xantara's dinked low. They just gamble on this A site.
Wakati anti with dualies. Creeping in the mid fight for Imagine. Just wanted the info, right? It's pretty resource intensive having 4 players in top mid like this. Didn't leave him in the prying eyes of Nip. Wrinkle and Co get out through the apartment. It's just him and Aros Dawson. Is for sure, it's not punished. Wrinkle even manages to make it into the pit. 2 kills to his name already. Loves a fight. Sometimes doesn't know when to stop, and he'll keep taking them out towards shore. Badger and Wakati are able to break through.
I mean, he has the P2K right. He feels like he wants to thin the herd early while he's got a nice engagement, but just no rest for the Wicked. Aurora nail the headshots. And those Julies come through to take a pistol round on this CT side. Magic cooking. Rubbing his hands together. They're back. Good energy.
Yeah, safe to say he's trying to bring some excitement.
Ooh. Oh, my God.
Nade hitting Aros Dawson, slowing him all the way down, actually gave Xantares the time to back up and then delete him.
Could have swung and just killed him, I think, but was slowed down by the nade. Didn't like his odds. Imagine right below the boost. Are you really checking this? Flash over, dodged and deleted by Snappy. They jump the corner. There's no trade available. That's a desperate play. Snappy just doing it on his own. They don't know about the third player. Wrinkle bails them out. It's a bit of a mess, but Nip have made it through for now until Wicardia runs a smoke.
Both these guys are really low on health. Jota's also fast flank up through Banana. He's got good timing on this. Resmoke goes down in CT is another reason for him to give this a go. He will have the path in. And he knows his timing's good. Collects that kill on a Snappy and is ready for Wrinkle. And Dark, who has to get that kill before the nade goes off. It was a race against time for Wrinkle.
Oh, if he naded and didn't re-peek insta, would have had it.
Because it's exotic.
But up in the
This right here, everybody has. This right here, nobody has. Exotic is something.
Nobody got this. What that nigga up? And Exotic got the smash mug, not the long snout.
Long snout? How you figure? Less than 2 fingers.
Snout.
He could breathe.
Compared to the rest
Wait. You got a tail? You got a tail? You got a tail? Oh, shit.
No high rear, though.
This ain't high rear.
Stand
You
up.
crazy?
Stand that
You
dog up. Stop
standing
pulling
up.
that rear back.
Stop putting on rear,
Pulling
baby.
that
Come
rear
on.
back.
Let's do a side shot.
Pulling that rear
Side shot.
back.
Let's do a side shot.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's do a
Tucking
side
all
shot.
that
You're locking into positions more, right? It was Snappy in the previous one that Wrinkle actually won, just swinging out of new box to check coffins. Now just trying to take coffins when the flank's in that fast. I mean, Nipper all over the place. These post barns have looked shaky. Frustrating rounds to lose when it's whiffed that hard by Wakadi. He looked away thinking he'd already finished that kill, and the run and gun MP9 for Jota is just enough to shut down that 2v4. And so I thought we were going back and forth on Force Spice, and hey, we still are, but Aurora at least stick the landing. Abide screams frustration for Nip. Want to jump on Aurora while the economy is low, but the weaponry is not. 4 M4s and a FAMAS.
Yeah, much like how, you know, Aurora back on train even had some of these like high risk, high reward rounds. This is Nip's attempt in that very same vein of capitalizing on some of the damage they've done, the bomb plant enticing them to recommit into this. But falling down here gives Aurora a hell of...
If you've been wearing glasses more than 5 years, stop scrolling. We are looking for people in the UK aged between 25 and 35 who are interested in this revolutionary laser eye procedure. Almost all patients have achieved 20/20 vision with this state-of-the-art procedure, and it's all over within a matter of minutes. Tap below to see if you're eligible.
Are you all ready? 3, 2, 1, go!
To be honest, like, you know, you're doing damage, but you just saw 4 rifles for Aurora. You know they can rebuy. So it's probably for the best for Nip. 4-1 though, considering the craziness at the start of this map. Aurora have landed back on their feet, looking for a 5-1 lead against the Deegs. What could go wrong?
Main thing here for Aurora is just, you know, even though you've been fine to keep the investments coming through, you haven't had a round to make money yet. This is your round to do exactly that, so you just don't want it to be expensive. That's kind of the bar here. So far more passive start for both squads as Nip just kind of talk about the rounds ahead, knowing that with each second wasted, they're getting util out of Aurora anyway, they're extracting value, and they're planning for the rounds in the future. Now comes the time for them to try and look for that damage. They've been so great at finding at the top of the game.
Unlucky.
It seems more like Aurora will get their wish of finally having a cash-making round. Magic collects. And Aurora get that 5-1 after these high-risk, high-reward forces from NIP early.
This is going to be a very hard game for Nip to win, just off the back of how this has begun. It's gone kind of worst-case scenario. You've lost all your money. You've given Aurora a huge wealth, and you're 5-1 down on a T-sided map. A map that they get the majority of their rounds on the T side. And you feel kind of goaded into all these buys, and I don't even necessarily think they were mistakes for Nip, but they didn't pan out. And so you're in a big hole right now in the third map of the series. Feels like it's meant to be for Aurora. 8 rounds from just ending this whole matchup. So Nip have to dig deep and start this match late. And I can't even say you have a read on how this game is going, right? You don't have a read on Aurora right now. They're going to go quick. Falcons-esque round, just fast up long, smoke mollied, or mollied smoke, and they go through the long one as well. It's a bit of a disaster, isn't it? Arostos has to abandon. He has the bomb. Oh, that's the worst. It's a bit of a bad smoke, so Snappy's going to walk out.
Fair enough. I mean, that's such an invitation.
Oh!
Walks in.
Peace.
Makes amends.
Hit that.
Now they know where Wrinkle lies.
Disaster. All 4 on the site. Could go B. This is a wild setup. He could still go B.
No.
Oh wait, they have the bomb.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm crazy.
You know, if he could also do
He could go B. He could just go B.
yeah, he
You
could
know,
go B.
couldn't win.
I can't disagree with this
No,
statement.
he couldn't win. But if you want save, presumably.
Yeah, you know, that's a bit of a snappy classic. Like, calls just the set play out from spawn.
Yeah.
Mid smokes in, try and brute force the play.
Double for Jota.
You ran into the weakest gun, and it kind of chewed you up and then spat you out. This round never gets going for an IP. But this is standout one for how, you know, they like to play, for the things they usually do to try and bring themselves back into the game. A set piece like that, it falls on deaf ears though, and so you feel like you lost out big time on the rifle round that you've been waiting, you know, first quarter of this game for. Snappy knows that this is, you know, you said going into that last round, this is a hard game and this is the worst case scenario. Now this is the actual worst case scenario. The first rifle round you were waiting for gets ripped away from you.
I don't even mind a fast set play. I think that's a nice call, but you're hoping that triple B going on the long side, and Jota just shuts it down. And they're ready for the boost. Of course they are. It's Antares and Madger and Ricardi are B. The whole stack, the whole gang. This is also, this is also a great map individually for Madger. He has a lot of say on these rotates. He has great utility. He's that guy who's cycling between the 2 sites, bringing the nades around. He's 9-3 right now. When you're playing top banana alongside Antares, you're going to have a good time. So, him and Antares locking down this side of the map. Shush trying to lurk apartments. Ain't getting through that door. Nip can have banana, but they are not getting into this bomb site. Oh, and it hit you. So, jigs up. 7-1 looking like. Impatience. Antares catches them with nades out. Still a trade, but there's more where that came from, as Aurora willingly take every fight. This might be a bitter ending for Nip, and a feeling of, if only we won that game of Anubis, how close it came. And we haven't even really seen a slow default out of Nip. They've not had the opportunity to do so with rifles, with how many of these rounds have been forces, low money. I mean, look at that graphic. Look at how many semi-buys they've had. It's been a disaster. feel like you have to play a default round now on the T side. But Aurora have got wind in their sails.
And it might have had the conductor on trade, but Aurora know a thing or two about an everlasting inferno.
Nice.
Quad B stack from the get-go for Aurora, expecting a bit of aggression here. It gets dismantled quickly once that aggression doesn't come through. Jota will leave. Link back up with Woxic on this A side of the map. Ricardia also moving over. Just giving them the foresight that this is a slower start from NIP, not a set call from Spawn.
Comes through the smoke a lot. Oh, the grenade. Could do it again. No connection for Xantares. The nade even goes deep. Nipper up ahead of it. They're going to go.
Yeah, the molly action forces them forward, forces them to go for this play. Now they've been re-smoked and they don't take the time and it goes through it.
Maybe for the best in a weird way. Everyone was in the site.
It's just what other option do they have, right? They can link back up with Shush, but it's not like he's been in the apartments kind of probing and locking down this side of the map. They've got to take their time clearing angles here. So as they slowly slink back to join him, and B falls completely quiet. Now util being used just to remove some of these angles at the A site. It should become obvious to Aurora what the plan has become. Archside wrap on the cards, but Woxic answers for the first. That's clean out of Aros DOS.
Okay.
After missing that kind of hero figure for Nip, that double kill puts the hurt on Aurora, and the three-man stack is too far away to launch this retake.
Good jump on the timing there. Nip shows so much presence of B because they were trying to commit to an execute. And when they get blocked, they realize it's 3B. They just speed up on the long wrap. Aros DOS actually gets a chance to play around, and double entry will do it here for Nip. Fighting for 5. And because Aurora have money, they're going to make sure this one's expensive. Snappy. So many rounds where he's just pulled nades or pulled a knife and been punished. They're all dead here. Oh! Nice turn. Bit of a whiff, but all in all, good exits for Aurora.
Step in the right direction, but there's still a gargantuan task ahead of NIP on this T side. Aurora still have more tricks up their sleeve. Playing from the front, they'll send Wakadia aggressive through middle. Shush will find him on his lurk into the apartments.
Oh,
it's really awkward. Shush able to elude capture, and Jota can't capitalize. In the meantime, Ujax hits the go button on this B play. Xantares dead. This X-Sword duo start to make rounds happen for NIP.
Yeah, they keep getting caught with nades in the B site. Finally, Nip just commit through the smoke and punish them for it. It's kind of wheels off in these last couple of rounds, and it's worked well. Survival game here. Money on the line for these two. Would love to keep their guns up. Five not out of the realms of possibility here. Aurora call attack. It's 2 rounds in a row for Nip.
It's not out of the question for sure, but you know, I want to give Aurora some credit. Even in these rounds that they're losing, they're doing a great job of making it expensive. That one, they actually, you know, they weren't the ones trying to hunt. They were just trying to save. They were getting hunted. But they repelled everyone that came knocking. And this means, like, you're in this weird spot where Nip have taken these last 2 rounds, but still economically feel really fragile. Meanwhile, Aurora, thanks to that strong start, taking 6 rounds in a row, each time getting cleaner and cleaner. They still have more than enough money to come through with the buy and save depending. You know, that will keep up till the very end of this half. Nip, meanwhile, could get broken still here and now, and this late in the game, that would be a disaster. Not out of the woods yet, are NIP.
Just so many grenades, not just here, but also stacked up at the bench.
Doomsday prepper.
Yeah, dude. Squirrel with his acorns. Ready for winter. Plan for the worst, hope for the best. This B hit has been the object of Nip's desires.
So much loot, he was struggling to get the incendiary. He kept picking up every other nade. So now he's put them in little piles.
Molly's here, smokes here, flashes here.
God, they didn't come through while he was shuffling the util around.
Snappy goes back for a little bit more. Nut. And they're going to go for this B hit. But there are so many grenades, Harry.
There are, and there's not a lot of time left in this round. Now, Snappy does have a nade. If they get smoked off, you're going to be able to blow that open and still play this on your timing. Snappy, did he just throw the nade or has he dropped it? That's awkward. Now the re-smoke in towards top banana. You have no choice but to go through. Trying to play in their gray screen as they approach. They see that Woxic Orb, and it tears through the first man in. Spam for Xantares will hit its mark. This is NIP's money, an entire half. The recovery of it on the line, depending on Shush and Arostos in this 2v4. Shush was lights out back on train, but has really struggled to get on track here on Inferno. First kill comes in to try and tip the scales in this 2v4. He spots them making their ways out towards Coffins, but he's gone. It's Arostos or it's nothing for NIP, and he will get bested, overwhelmed by Aurora. Maja and his stockpile of util combined with the fast rotate in seal the fate of Nip on that B hit. And now they pull up into this final round of the half. Thanks to the bomb plot with enough money to put a buy together, but it will have limitations.
I mean, Blair said after train, it felt like Nip won the game in the first half, and it is starting to feel the same for Aurora here on Inferno. This is getting out of control. Too far gone. And Nip with nothing to show for their T side. A fourth would go far. U-Jerks just running amok. The best rounds have been him and Arostos just running in and finding double entries. This will only be one. Shush does catch Jota, and they're going to walk through the mid-smoke off that kill. Woxic waits patiently, punishes Arostos and Maja as well, who's 13 and 5, puts a stop to the captain on NIP. Oh my god, they just can't catch a break. Nip, the wheels really have fallen off in this half. Coasting. Woxic aware of the long timing, but Winkle's going round to B. Does Magic consider this? Right now, it's a free kill and a free plant. If clutch was going to happen, this is how it would start, but a missed chance. They are over-rotating. Riccardi going to help out his captain. They can re-push CT together. Woxic needs to be very cautious not to give up a free kill and a sight with it. We all know how hard those retakes are, even a man up. Does Woxic find this timing? It looks like he might have. 9-3 on the half. Aurora stick the landing, and it's all gone so well. Maja, top performer for his team.
And, oh man, yeah, like, I think the thing that's been sick here for Aurora is not only did they survive all those force buys early on, but then they constantly kept the pressure on, knowing the the type of game that NIP were having after that initial bout of force buys, they never let them establish any money on this T side. Those are moves that Madra and the gang had to make, and he felt in full control of this game throughout. For NIP, I think this feels like such a punch in the gut because all those initial forces, while they aren't without risk, and it's not the safest way you could play those rounds, I think they were fully justified with all the damage that was happening, right? And so essentially you took the gamble, you took the bet on your own ability, and you felt like the risk was worth the potential reward, but they didn't get any of the reward throughout this game. And then the few rounds that they did start winning, as we've said, Aurora was super punishing in. And so even the victories hit like losses to NIP in that T side. Never got situated. And now Aurora get to move into this T half with a massive lead. All their players feeling switched on as well. You had everything you could have possibly wanted all game long. Whenever Woxic wanted the AWP, he had it. Santares got to play so much of that half with an AK, it was terrifying. Meanwhile, NIP were constantly working with limitations, and so everyone just feels a little bit cold right now. And this pistol round, well, it looks like things might be getting worse for NIP. They've got a 4-1 stack between the A and B sides. For the eagle-eyed among you, you'll see that Aurora are all going B.
Yeah, and it's, you know, they're flanking, but Aurora are going to be in this bomb site before NIP. Yeah, but they're going to miss it. They're not going to get the kills, right? They're going to lose the site. Jerks. Oh, they spot the flank. The bomb goes back. That's a risky maneuver, but Magic gets a kill. Jerks ahead of the smoke that he blocked. Double off the headshot box, and Shush and Wrinkle are here to fight. They fall in Banana. Aurora really dedicate to killing that flank when really pushing forward felt like the answer. Nice block for Jerks. If he doesn't, you know, hit that smoke, his headshot angle's gone, and Aurora make it into B. So suddenly a very difficult round, even with good timing for NIP. But look at this angle, it's easy for him.
I mean, that's like a gift of a pistol round falling into the lap of NIP.
Yeah, better take it. And a force buy here is interesting. No bomb plant. It's a very committed decision.
History can't be repeating itself already. Better history.
It's just bold, really. But they believe in it. The apps pop. Smoke is not a threat in a round like this. Aurora will happily go through if they want.
But it's short, the object of their desire. Aros Dos getting out with one Wrinkle. Holds the line, wrestles with that M4. And Wrinkle tears them down. Great stuff from NIP's AWPer, getting it done with the M4.
Wait, this guy's an AWPer? It's a goddamn rifler. Absolute tank. Only guy in the site, 4 kills. They're all facing him. So must be trying for NIP to maintain this comeback potential.
I'm not going to lie, it's very early, but I am a little worried.
You're buying in.
These rounds, you know, the way you're winning them feels really good. If you're NIP.
It's 2 rounds.
Yeah, but just don't underestimate, especially for someone hungry and keen like Wrinkle, what the last few rounds will do for the confidence.
Oh, what about that one? What will that do for the confidence? Oh, how about that one?
Snappy.
2v2?
No.
That's a bit much. He could go B with the bomb.
When I said I was getting worried, I meant for NIP.
What's this? What's this?
Oh, God. Yeah,
confidence.
Dead. Confidence is dead in the water.
They're all just running. Why did Snappy push the smoke? You wonder. What comm did he have? Oh, don't plant open. Yeah, in the side. Ujux has timing. Xantares has to get off, and he comes running. Oh dear. Ujux wasn't ready for that. He thought he'd stick.
Never mind then. This is
How about the full eco?
such an insane round for Aurora to pick up. And it's one that NIP kind of give to them. Like, some of the pushes there, you're trying to react, you're trying to get your part of the chaos all in order in a very chaotic round. But that is such a rough way for this to go, just as it felt like something was panning out for NIP.
Snappy calls the classic tack timeout after a tilt round. How many rounds like that in this series? And I'm not even going to ask about the T side, the first 5 rounds of this game. Let's forget about that. But in this series, how many rounds have they lost NIP like that? I've never seen anything like it. They've lost so many like armorless ecos, low econ rounds. It's been crazy. They've done it all 3 maps. Got that 1 Deagle 4 Glock round on Anubis. Oh wait, that was last game.
Yeah, that was a different game.
Sorry. No, but Train, the anti-eco.
They lost the same anti-eco on
twice
in 2 different matches.
Yeah. I don't know. Sus.
I think that's why, you know, when you look at the squad, you say, like, there is potential. They have to tidy up these very important rounds within the context that NIP always are losing these series by a matter of a round or 2's difference. And it's like we say, you know, you did the hard part. You beat the pistols in the even fight, you beat the force buy. But then you fall down to the naked round from Aurora. It's not even like the classic where, like, you know, you lose the first pick and it just kind of snowballs out of control. They were in a great spot.
It was winnable every step of the way.
All right. 3-man at Behold.
Behold.
It was Ujax's work with the pistol that started this off for NIP.
You said?
That's a collateral. Aros Dos comes through as well. Soaring heads off. Woxic makes the play through the smoke and a catch Shush in the back line. Is he ready for Snappy?
Is Bomb really going back? Oh my god, leg
only the leg.
Oh.
They've dealt with Woxic.
It's
Wakani is now trapped, pinned in. And someone up there keeps NIP in this game that much longer. Wakadia just doesn't have the time to win this in the clutch. Oh, they wind up second shy of being able to do it. That is a roller coaster of a round, but in the end, NIP get out with the round intact.
Eye for an eye, collat for a collat, just doubling up all over the map, and somehow NIP win it. They'll take it. They don't know how, they don't know why. Ujerks 2 for 1, skewered. Meat on a stick. And look at this. Woo. If only there was another second. Yeah.
Anger, but then straight to acceptance. You realize, that's kind of unlucky.
Can't deny that. Dude, what is this game?
It's really started to heat up. But this is where, you know, you look to a roster that's been together for a long time now in Aurora. They should be able to find their composure in a match that's getting a bit more chaotic. NIP still, you know, teething pains.
Oh!
And Wrinkle falls first.
He's sharp.
They made Xantares angry, and they don't like him when he's angry.
Waiting for that fade. Bomb deep in the apartments. Oh, timing. It's a good grenade back from Shush.
This is the round that could win Aurora the series.
Yeah.
And it is Xantares to have opened onto the top performer for the other side. Those are the kills, the rounds that Xantares is supposed to bring you. Let's see if it's all for naught. If they can do good on that opening, Shush and Aros Dos. Lightning on this crossfire, but it's Madger and Wakadia still in the picture. They're going to try and chase down Aros Dos, and it comes down to this 1v1. Clash of the captains. Madger for Aurora.
Oh no!
Snappy for NIP.
No. Go!
Low on the board is Snappy. You can hear the jump bomb. Madger's caught in the air, and 5 HP is the difference. Snappy might sit bottom of the charts for Nip, but that one round right there has kept them in Inferno.
The bomb on the balcony, it couldn't be worse. He almost landed it. Mid-movement, up top. And it's Aurora put down. Now nothing to speak of. And Nip, the comeback dream, stays alive. From a 4v2 down to a 1v1. And still Nip win it out.
I mean, this could be a nice breakthrough moment for Nip if they can keep this going, right? They've had some very, very fortunate moments in here to get to this point. But if they can keep this going, this would be a real turning point. Usually they're the ones in sort of Aurora's position. It feels like everything's going great, and then the scoreline starts to close up. It's their turn to be the ones dishing out a comeback. Broken through the Aurora bank accounts, leaving them again on just one of these partial buys, but you can't say that Nip have been great at dealing with them. And see how serious we are about this comeback. Nip can put this one away. They are right there. Triple B lean to open up. Wrinkle going to try his hand at the peak with the orb through mid, doesn't see a thing, and that's because Aurora are fast up in the top banana. Ujax does get sacrificed. Snappy at least, good for the trade. It's the pace of Xantares.
Oh God, where's the gun?
Oh, well, you know, they've had some good divine intervention, some bad divine intervention.
Yeah,
Snappy is able to find that M4 eventually.
Used to playing with pistols in this map at least, but...
Wrinkle on the line. It was his death in that last round that started things off strong for Aurora. Once more, he's been deked out. Shush tries to keep them at bay, but he can't slow the roll of all these pistols. Plant found.
Not like this. Woxic AWP in a post plant.
And because all these rounds have come down to clutches, come down to real tight scorelines, Nip don't have any money. If they go for this, they risk the entire game. Saving at least, they'll have these guns and a chance in the next. But really, it feels like a mission now for extra time if you're NIP. The fact that twice over, the 2 rounds that Aurora have found on this T-half are on low buys is concerning for Nip. It's becoming a reoccurring trend in these games. Losing to low econ rounds in matches that go the distance.
But will this one even go that far? 11-7 with no real buy here. Nip might feel like they have to invest, and that's akin to how this game began. A force that is out of your hands, frankly. And Aurora have so much opportunity to end this series once and for all. We've only got those 2 saved M4s, SMGs and a pistol behind it. Something's got to give here for Nip. Or Aurora will be finishing what they started here on Inferno. Heartbreaking series for Nip. And an Aurora who are finally waking up after a slow start here in Astana.
Right now, Aurora know they have Nip nervous. They're making noise on A, hoping that Nip batten down the hatches on that side of the map, that this B play is unaccounted for as a result. Nip are jittery, Ujax felled straight away. Another big opener from Xantares.
It's been full of them this T side. Will be shut out, but so's the B side. Snappy swinging through the smoke, and there's no stopping this plant. That should seal the deal. That should signal the end. Even the lurkers going back. Aurora make it happen. 12 rounds on this T side. And 5 opportunities to finish NIP once and for all here. While it was Madja top of the server in that first half, Wicardia has taken the cake on the T side, 22 and 9.
I mean, you know, I think it speaks volumes as to why things have felt so restricted for NIP in this game. They haven't been able to win a gun round with more than 2 players surviving.
Yeah.
The only exception of that is the pistol right at the start of the second half where they got out with 3. You know, even when they are finding success, they still feel like they're just hemorrhaging money, and that trend has kept up late into this second half where in these final few rounds it's been these back-to-back forces. Aurora, 5 chances, and this is the easiest one.
And Xantares has just had the first entry every single time for Aurora on this T side. Like every time they're committing to the execute, Xantares cracks a skull, be it Wrinkle on the AWP or anyone really. 6 opening kills in the map, topping the charts there. No surprise. 4 SMGs and Shush on an M4. He's solo in the site. They play aggressive at Banana. The AWP spots it. Xantares is pinned in the corner, but he's fighting for survival. He's fighting and thriving, perhaps. Wrinkle with a jump shot. Woxic still here through the smoke. Shush alone on the arch side stops him, but Woxic might just end this game. 2 kills from him, leaving Jota in a clutch.
Try and move in, get there before Shush can join the party, but he won't beat him on that timing. Been re-smoked in at the bottom of Banana. Jota tries to play through it, and it won't happen. So one more round gained for NIP. One more chance to keep this game going.
This at least means they have everything now, right? You said that was going to be the easiest one for Aurora. It make it difficult just in the way they play 4 SMGs swinging Banana together.
Someone needs to give Wrinkle a restraining order from Xantares. Like, those 2 matching up just hasn't been kind to Wrinkle.
He's the anti-AWP
damage right at the start.
He's just that anti-AWP rifle. That's the thing about Xantares. You can hold him, but he will have that Pika's advantage every time. Great shot for Woxic.
It's the anti-rifle AWP. Snappy backing up, but they see this as a bit of a red carpet rolled out. They at least get away with all this control at top B, and now that they've left ult mid, it feels like Aurora do want to follow through on this. Reload to send them in, and Snappy will fall. Arostos does what he can, but a double kill is not going to be enough to keep NIP in this. Wrinkle and Shush left in the retake. Banana is held by the Woxic AWP, and so you might have to pay with your life to even get this control over top Banana. Flash misses its mark, it blinded Wrinkle, he turned, and it wrecked him. And now Shush, from top in the charts to bottom of the board, can't set a foot right in that 1v3 attempt. Aurora lock in the dub with a clean victory on Inferno, in spite of some wild NIP moments.
Wild NIP moments indeed. Yeah, look, okay, all right, Aurora, fair enough, fair enough. I think NIP probably need a little bit longer on Inferno as well if they're going to be cooking up some strats in that one. First time, obviously, this lineup has played it in a LAN environment. But look, I thought there was bright spots for an IP there, and I'm still not fully sold on where Aurora are at in this tournament, but job done, I suppose.
I feel it took 3 days for the Turks to wake up, and I feel like the individuals really woke up here in Inferno, right? We saw Xantares, as Harry was pointing out, needing a restraining order against Wrinkle. He was the anti-op for the side of Aurora. Wakiti was phenomenal in the second half. Maja leading by example, the old man just kind of mowing them down. But that being said, man, like, so many nip slips on that first half, if you ask me. NIP, like 4v2 scenarios and just getting completely wrecked, getting caught out of position. It's just sloppy, messy CS, Rich.
Meanwhile, Xantares, just the controller of the banana, as we talked about, really good at just absolutely dominating that area of the map.
Yep.
Start to finish, really both sides did everything he could. We saw a couple of flashes here and there from NIP. Like,
I mean, look, it's about what's on the screen, just what's happening there. It's like you cannot have a T-side like that, essentially, to start out Inferno, right?
Yeah, it came too late. Like, later in the half, they got a couple of rounds, but it was just way too late at that point. Meanwhile, Aurora has this massive lead to work with. And look, when they're at their best, they are a team that is capable of playing Inferno to a high level, and we were able to see some of that here in this game.
I mean, look, I'll say as well, there were definitely moments, came out here to the desk, just kind of chilling or watching the game on the back nine, so to speak, and they're still getting tilted when they lose these rounds to Aurora. Like, it's still needlessly emotive.
Well, that's just the way it is, depending on which part of the world you're from, Rich. And some people are passionate. You're cold and dead in the north of England. I saw the reaction. So I saw exactly what happened there. He just got just ridiculously 1D. There were some crazy moments in this game. And even for NIP, if you look at the 3 rounds they won in that first half, round 2 was just a crazy force by win.
This round was ridiculous. The one where Major
so many
has to go get the op off balcony, Snappy rounds the corner. It was just like one of those, cartoon moments almost.
You just put in the Benny Hill theme song for this.
Exactly.
And even one round where Ujux, by the way, 2 of the rounds he won in the tees, that was Ujux just waking up and be like, this is what I could do a year ago.
Yeah, I wish he would continue to do that, because then this team would actually be dangerous. And look, I will give some relief to NIP in the sense that they've had the toughest schedule probably of any team at this tournament. You play VP first, you beat them, then you have to go play Spirit, they have to go play Aurora, who, they've had their issues, let's be honest, last couple of tournaments, but for the bulk of this year, they were still right near the top 5. So these have been some difficult opponents.
I still believe NIP are going to make it to the playoffs. I'm just going to put it.
Very likely.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it can't get any worse.
The one thing I will be concerned about is, like, how does their map pool hold up at this tournament against these teams that they're playing against? Because, yes, we obviously see that train for them is very much in their hands, but I haven't seen so much on any of the other maps that give me, like, a ton of confidence.
They
but
could also get drawn against the team who have trainers of permaban.
Exactly, and then that becomes a real problem.
Yeah.
Well, it's good to see Xantares, despite the frustrations we could see in the camera from there. He was popping off. To be fair, you could just toss a coin and pick one of the players. I believe at the end of the game, we had almost 4 players on the side of Aurora over 90 ADR. So even though the scoreline might look a little close, 13-8, don't be fooled. It was a very lopsided.
Hopefully this is a sign that this is the Aurora we're against the rest of the tournament, because if we can, then all of a sudden the tournament gets a lot more fun.
I mean, look, I definitely agree with that. I want Aurora to be the best version of themselves, but I'm still not buying it.
It's been tough, yeah.
Yeah, it's been a rocky road so far, and obviously they could easily face somebody that I think could clean their clock, especially when it just looks like the break was really a break. You know what I mean? It's like it didn't look like they actually booked. It looks like they've come in really cold to this.
I'm okay. Look, that's the thing. I'm okay with that, right? Like, totally fine with them really having to reset, but this is the price you pay. You have to choose one of these 2. But it feels like they seem to have kind of woken up a little late, sure, but they seem to woke up the right moment right now. Just need one more win and they're through.
Yeah, and look, I'll just give a final thought from you about NIP. And look, I know
Royal Cannon Sup.
And Lake's going to get aggressive. He wants to be in their face. He's found a good opening where no one's watching for this. Actually, I think he might have been spotted. He might have been spotted. Hades seems aware of the possibility. None of the rest of G2 has reacted to this, but this angle from Hades makes me feel like they exactly know.
Well, Lake is not going to leave his position. He's just going to be patient about this.
Oh, the molly off catwalk to prevent any support for Lake. He's screwed.
Flash coming too. Well, Taz just runs him down.
Yep.
All right, Tech9 to destroy Lake in the corner. Gonna be frustrated about losing the opening kill here. G2 gonna be thinking about a long play. We've got Rek on the other side.
He's going to realize with the way Taz swings for that fight that he'd been spotted earlier. So, I mean, that's, you know, you can be frustrated. You get caught like that in an advanced position, but you're also like, oh, they spotted me. I never had any idea. Rek drops into pit. Crossfire set up now.
Grenades coming in on him as well, so a lot of his HP getting blasted away from him. 7 health left. Molly going in. He's actually going to burn to that.
Slax needs to fall back, but I don't think he can get away safely.
He feels like he's committed to this now, just at the side of that smoke. Molbs gets down into the pit. Heavy God's beside him. Oh, there's a free kill for Hades. The Swisher jumps up on top of the Xbox. Executed as we now hit the 35 seconds. Slax has been hanging around the whole time. Does he catch him? No way. Mob's falling away, and Slax gets the pick.
It's sad. Sad for Mobs for him to take a death like that. But already out middle is Hades. He's done great work. Cuts off the lurk, cuts off the rotation in middle on Catwalk, drops the mid to be smoke, and pretty much locks Sin and Slax out from even considering attempting this round. Well done from G2. They use all the time of the round to find the solution, but Snacks gets him into a bomb site for free safely, and the bomb is planted. A second round for G2 on the board as they tie things back up.
Yeah, no issue whatsoever that. And for the side of M80, it must feel pretty cool to be on the side of the favorites when you're going up against G2, because Mobs obviously left the roster. Head to G2 almost a year ago.
But, you know, it was a very, I mean, with that departure was, I think everyone in M80 was like, even like, there's no bad blood there, right?
No, of
Everyone
course
was just
not,
like, yep, you have to take the opportunity to go play with Miko and Monacy.
Yes.
But look at him now.
Yeah. Now look at you.
Now look at him.
Oh, not even a year later.
But what an almost year it was.
Almost year it was, yeah. He had a good time. First event, I think, for Mols was the EWC tournament, right? And then we went to
second place of that. Got to the grand final stage immediately.
Going through a pretty tough time roster.
Yeah, probably feeling like he's back on an NA team. He's like, well, got to rebuild this thing again. We got more roster changes coming. He's like, this is where I grew up with roster changes.
Exactly.
I was born in them.
Well, we've got a tied game now. G2 able to tie things up, so 2-2. Still a good buy here for M80 on the C2 side. Slacks in the AWP. Just having to peer out into long. And Rek gonna climb up on the barrel beside him. Taking their time here, G2.
Double door smoke gives some freedom and probably makes the defense a little bit nervous about the scaling. You can see both Lake and Sin sliding over to get a peek behind that door to make sure nobody's creeping through it. Oh, Rek spots one. He gives away his position. Good swing from Heavy God. Run and gun. Spray and pray. Nets him a kill. And now this split gets much more dangerous.
There's Mobs. Good shot inside the middle. Lake's gone, and it gets even more dangerous thanks to the follow-up kill here from Mobs. Under a minute on the clock. G2 of 5v3 up. And this mid-play combined with a short push is the only way. The only way M80 can get back into the Swisher, rapid around the back. Double setup. Swisher only gets one. Hades catching him from top middle, so now the smoke will fade away, but Mobs is here and he lines them up. Double kill for Mobs as he knocks them down, and we've got 3-2 for G2 into the lead.
Oh, they thought that was the sole Catwalk player. Never spotted Mobs, who was able to just lurk in that smoke, and as it fades, they line up. The op steps in front of the rifle on M80, and Mobs gets an easy free kill. Rek's going to be frustrated about that one. Misplayed. Lake can't find Mobs on the smoke fade, and a good transition back towards middle for Hades. G2 in the driver's seat now. They've got control of the economy. It's back to just USPs for M80.
We know that this is the match that G2 are going to look their best on in the series. So far, getting the start that they desire. As we go with two as Lake and Rek run into him. Snacks to close on it, and we've got 4-2 G2 building and a buy back here for M80.
Snacks is like, wow, that actually everybody flashbang appears on the screen, and then 4 USPs appear coming to the screen. Good lead for G2 as well. Guns back in the hands of M80. Can't to win this one, though, it might be time for a timeout. It might be a time to talk things over on the CT side. Off in the hands of Slacks. See if he can get anything done with it in this round. He didn't the previous time he held it.
Oh, okay. Slacks, nice shot. Jumps up on his teammate tag. Quick reaction to take down Heavy God in the lower tunnel. So we've got M80 player up here. Plenty of time as well.
That's a really cool bait and switch. I imagine if you're the AKs in lower tunnels, you feel like you have an M4 like on the ropes. You've tagged him up a little bit. You've scared him away, and then just, you know, an alt peeks next. Good flick over from Slacks. Good adjustment. So mid control, all 4 players of G2 remaining are all huddled around Xbox in the B tunnels. Once again, Sin boosted up on the CT boxes. In a number of these CT rounds, I feel like M80 is showing a real tendency to wanting to shut down a mid to B split. It's not something they want to contend with. Even Swisher kind of leading towards the window in the B bomb site just in case.
Like backtracking into the B bomb site. 35 seconds left. Clear towards Sin, who is going to be taken down. So Snacks is wallbanging him. Sin, hand to the head. A little head scratching moment for him. Swisher gonna come out of the window. Just the one before Hades rips him apart, and that's the B bomb site completely open.
Great cover for Hades, and now if you're wrecking Slacks, you're really worried about Hades and the op holding for this rotation. You're really worried about an op being at double doors, so this is gonna take some time for them to clear this out. They don't have a kit, and they've got no flashbangs. 2v2, they probably feel like this is a round they should go for, but they've got no real advantages.
Yeah, they're starting to back off already. Slacks is taking a few steps back towards the A site. Wreck getting the AK. Well, upgrade, he's going to try and save that. We've got G2 heading to 5 rounds, building a great T side for themselves here. It's Mobs who's leading the way with 8 kills.
And I mean, frustration for Medi in this round, I think, is they're going to feel like they had the right setup. They had 2 players crossfired in the middle. They had Swisher over towards the window at the B bomb site. Everything set up to collapse in middle. And as soon as they step away from that setup and break it up, it's just a
There's this
quiet
old Inferno jump that recently caught the community's attention. You need to do a 360 on top of the wood pallet in order to activate the jump bug to get the flowers. This clip got passed on to Robs, and before I show you him trying it, this was actually him attempting a similar type of movement here, and he lands it. Robs is one of the best pro movement players that we have in CSGO. He spent 4 hours trying to land this jump. There were so many times during this stream that he got super close. You can see from the reactions how bad he wanted it.
This is definitely like might be the hardest vanilla jump. People thought this was impossible a few years ago, and now people are running it.
This movement is definitely possible, as we see the jump landed by the movement god himself. Robs tried for 4 hours and couldn't get it. 2 other pro players with really good movement came to watch, Monasi and Rez. Do you guys think Monasi and Rez can hit this jump? Let me know down below in the comments.
About 6 years ago, Frankfurter crafted this Counter-Strike Dragon Lore skin that happened to have a .0000133 float, making it the best one in the world. And ever since then, the CS YouTuber Sparkles has been determined to beat it out. Lo and behold, on December 20th, 2024, it was made public that he had successfully crafted a new one with an even lower float. And this is a huge deal, not just because of the fact that Sparkles finally hit it after failing 3 times and spending over $100,000, but also because he had to go through the work of sourcing the top 10 lowest float M4A1's night skin.
Can I survive a lap if my grip gets randomized after every corner? So you guys want me to go Jetta? You guys want to make me suffer? Well, it's lights out and away we go. Just gonna try to get to the inside here. Oof, had to back off there. Just gonna go up the inside of the Williams, up to 0.7, or down I should say. Okay, we're just gonna try to follow this V-carb as we get up to 2.2. Oh, a little bit of contact with the has there. Okay, we just gotta survive this corner. Break early. Everyone's gone off. Everyone's gone off. 4! We've got 4. Oh, we've made places. Let's go. Okay, 0.9. We'll take it. We'll take it. Dude, there's so many changes now. Okay, it's 3.6 as we go on the curb. Everyone's gone off there. Wait, we can make some places here. 3.2, yes. We just gotta keep on the track. Get some good... Okay, that's 0. Cool. Can I survive a lap if my grip...
Who back in the day had the highest peak in sniping skill, you think? Of all time?
They're saying Rain, Heist, Blue.
Heist. Whoever said that. Heist started out, joined FaZe. We're the best team. It's the hardest team to join as a sniper. And then he fucking wound up joining the pro team and like placing, winning like that's wild.
You know how he joined FaZe though? Tommy met him in a public match.
Yeah.
And he was fucking frying on the other team. And Tommy was like 1v1 me.
What the?
And they joined the lobby together.
Tommy's like, yo, you need to join FaZe.
That's how they met? That's
and went pro off of that.
Who back in the day?
You know I pulled you over?
I don't know, did you?
Sprint into the north.
You know I pulled you over?
I don't know, did you already forget?
Get out the car, spread your butt cheeks, and put your teeth on the curb. You don't even know what you're
Sprint into the northwest corner outside of the window, and then you're going to look at the top left corner of this third design in the roof. From there, you will just take your crosshairs up into the clouds, and you're going to see this very, very faint, small cloud that's just a little bit bigger than your crosshair. You can literally just place your crosshair on that little dot of a cloud, and from there, you can simply stand still and throw your grenade for a perfect landing every single time. You guys already know we can't even cook grenades, and so these far grenade throws are even better because people are going to have such a small reaction
they cook
time.
in
You
midair.
literally have like 1 second to get out of there.
4 seconds. Oh my god. Boys, they went hookah and billiards.